Wake up, babe. Elliot Friedman is breaking trades. Here we go. It's another one of these buyers on the market. I know I said in the previous video that we were talking about a seller's market being the case. That was my mistake. I meant to say buyer's market. You kind of know what I'm talking about though, right? Lots of sellers, limited buyers. Buyers have little to none cap space. So when it comes to these trades, these are kind of the moves that we're going to be expecting to see more of as the days go on. Calle Jarnkrok has been sent over from the Seattle Kraken to the Calgary Flames with 50% salary retained. Before we even go over everything here, this guy's making $2 million a year. So already, that's $1 million on the cap right here for Calgary. They're literally only acquiring this guy for $1 million. But the price is being paid tenfold in terms of draft picks. It is Florida's second-round pick in 2022, because Calgary has that from the Sam Bennett trade, a third in 2023, and a seventh in 2024. There was indeed a lot of competition for Calle Jarnkrok via Elliot Friedman, so this is kind of the deal here. Calle Jarnkrok was a middle to third line-ish player for the Seattle Kraken this season, and this guy goes for a second, a third, and a fourth. Sure, the Calgary Flames are not trading their own second away. It's a second that is beyond their control and their reach, but it is a second nonetheless. Calle Jarnkrok gets Seattle a whole bunch of draft picks, which is pretty good because, as the Reddit thread on Our Hockey indicated, this is kind of just Seattle making up for all the draft picks they didn't get at the expansion draft, no, is it not? But going over to Calle Jarnkrok and talking about what the Calgary Flames are adding onto their squad over here, this is a guy that's probably going to suit back up as a center in Calgary. The wings and the Flames are pretty good. It's just that center depth that you could argue needs a little bit more of a boost, and because Calle Jarnkrok did indeed play center during his days as a Nashville Predator, it's more likely that you're going to see this guy suit up down the middle for Calgary than on the wings where they are at a position of strength. He also is Elias Lindholm's cousin, so there you go. That's the brotherly connection coming over here between two Calgary Flames Swedes. And if you take a look at Jarnkrok and the overall level of production he has had this season, I mean, he's on pace for 18 goals in 72 games, which would be a 20-goal pace over 82 games. So pretty good for this guy to go out there and produce the way that he has, even though he has been primarily used in a third-line spot for Seattle. Now, back in Nashville, he was a pretty versatile 30-ish point player, which is why he was so highly touted in all these conversations with the trades and whatnot. He had himself 26 points in 49 games this season, on pace for nearly 40. If you do the math over 82 games, yeah, he's on pace for 40 points, which would be a career high. So Seattle, they're going out there, getting a whole bunch of picks for a guy that they might have lost anyway because he does indeed expire at the end of this season. Calgary is getting a pretty offensively minded player that has played very well in the third line role to suit up in their middle six-ish area of the lineup as well. Talk to me in the comments, what do you think about Calle Jarnkrok getting sent over to the Calgary Flames? What do you think about the return? Because this is pretty beefy if you do ask me. I mean, a second, a third, and a seventh. This is kind of like one of those EA NHL trades where you just add on the 7th round pick to make it work at the end of the day. But either way, if you're a Flames fan, talk to me in the comments. What do you think about Jarnkrok heading over to your team? If you're a Seattle fan, what do you think about the return, all the draft picks that you're getting in this situation over here? Calle Jarnkrok is now a Calgary Flame with his cousin. I hope you enjoyed this video, and bye.